So I'm privileged today to talk with Katya Brodbeck, and thank you for your faith and for your ministry here at the Powell United Methodist Church. So I've been roaming around the annual conference a bit, asking people why the church matters and why it should matter to the world.
Bishop, such a good question, such a big question. And church matters so much because it is a community. It is where people live out their lives, but also live out their faith. That's where people are learning how to follow Jesus, how to love like Jesus, and how to love each other, and what it means to be the church that it brings hope and healing to the world outside the walls of the church. And so I believe truly it is a community. You know, it's so hard to walk your faith journey on your own, and it is hard to walk the life without faith too. And so having that encouragement of the community together through worship, through prayer, through mission work and service, that's why the church matters. That's why it brings hope to the world.
So you've mentioned twice hope and the church as a group of people that conveys that hope to the world. What are some of the most hopeful ways in which you see the church serving in the world in this day?
Yeah, I think one of the ways, and I'm talking about missions because here at Powell, I oversee our missions, different missions and serving opportunities. And I see how that brings hope to others, people outside the church, people on the margins, those who are incarcerated, and those who are dealing with natural disasters, especially now as we see so much going on in the news. And also the way people are simply connecting in the community. We have a lot of young families moving into this area, and we see lots of children coming and parents bringing children into the church for the hope that they could hear the message, that they could be shaped. And it's interesting to see how parents come for the children, and then in this journey they're also transformed through that. So those are kind of a couple of ways that I see that through the church, and especially in the United Methodist Church. I am from Russia, and the way the global nature of the church brings hope to almost every corner of the world, and that is beautiful to see, and I'm witnessing that, and I want to say I'm one of the product of the partnerships that especially the West Ohio has with the churches outside the United States. Yeah. So, thank you.
So when you turn to our holy book, the Bible, what's a scripture passage that continues to cause hope to bubble up inside of you?
Yeah, the one, of course there are so many, but the one that really, especially lately, that I go to is the words of the Apostle Paul in the letter to the Romans in chapter 8, and those are the last two verses. I think it's 38 and 39, where the Apostle Paul is listing all of these things that cannot separate us from the love of God to us in Jesus Christ. And there is even life, there is even death in that. Nothing can separate us. And I think that's one of the messages that also the world needs to hear too, about God's love that is unfailing, that is everlasting for all of us, and that we are all children of God. Yeah. So, thank you.
Katya, thanks for sharing a few minutes with me. Be encouraged.
Thank you.
Thank you.